Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, my name is Ayesha and I've just recently started making videos. So today I'm going to talk about Uniwigs and wigs in kind of general, but this is a wig review for this beautiful wig that's on my head. So Uniwigs were kind enough to do a collaboration with me and they sent me out a wig of my choice, and I've always been really wanting to do a pink wig. In all my time that I've had human hair wigs, I've had blonde wigs, I've had just normal natural coloured wigs, but never really like a pink wig. So I've actually got a bunch of clips that I will be doing a voiceover and showing you the process of how the wig came, how it was constructed, what I did to it, etc. Keeping in mind, disclaimer, I am not a wig specialist or an expert. I didn't know what I was doing half the time. I was just kind of going with the flow of things. I watched a couple of YouTube videos and just left it to that. Now, remember when I said that I'm not an expert with wigs? This was the first time for me to ever attach or sew anything into a wig. So I was literally scared because this wig itself was so beautiful and I did not want to start sewing things into it and messing it up, but thank God that Uniwigs, the lace and just the way everything is very durable, it's not flimsy, and you know, it was godsend. I'm just gonna get straight to the voiceover, the process, and I hope you guys enjoy. Bye. So when you first receive your wig, it'll come with two wig caps, a black and a nude. You'll also get a care instruction little manual so you know how to take care of your wig. Now, because I got the glueless full lace cap, my band and clips came separately for me to sew in myself. So the wig that I received is the Chloe Human Hair wig in 24 inches, 613, and it was absolutely amazing. It came with baby hairs, hairline was pre-plucked, and it was just pretty much ready to be worn. And obviously I wasn't going to wear it straight away as I wanted to dye it. But wow, just look at that length. 24 inches, I was living. So to dye my wig, I chose Directions Flamingo Pink, as I was going to add conditioner anyways to make it lighter. I would actually recommend getting Carnation Pink, as if you're wanting a more peachy baby pink, that colour would be a lot better than this one as it's more darker. So for my attempt to dye my hair, I got a plastic tub with a spoon, a clean toothbrush so I can get any baby hairs or closer to the hairline without dyeing my lace. Got my hair dye all set up, and I actually got a paintbrush because I don't actually have a hair dye brush, and of course any conditioner will work to lighten up the dye. So let's do this. Unless you want pink hands or coloured hands, please use some gloves. So now it's actually time to get rolling with the dye. I only picked up like a small spoonful, not even an actual full spoon, of dye, and then I'm going to add my conditioner to mix and try and get the colour that I want. Keeping in mind, this is all trial and error. I learned that the hard way because it took me so long to get the colour. So right here I was just trying the colour that I already got in the tub on the ends of my wig, so I can kind of see the colour payoff, if it was too light, if I needed more conditioner, more dye to make it a bit more potent in colour. So here I basically took the paintbrush and I just started whacking that dye on. I was actually highly debating so many times about if I'm happy with the colour, but I just decided to dive in and get it done because otherwise I would have never started. So I eventually got all the hair dye from the bottom of the wig, and when I started on the tops, I decided to take my toothbrush and go in on the baby hairs. As you can see, I took my toothbrush and I was kind of brushing it in a sideways motion away from the lace. This way the hair was getting covered but not my lace. You don't want to deal with a dyed lace, trust me. So after doing the baby hairs, I decided to go in with my paintbrush, and after many batches of different tones of pink, just kind of decided to make sure I was getting every single blonde piece that I could, because you know, with dyeing a 613 wig, you want to make sure you get every single piece of blonde hair. And I was still making sure that even though I was using my paintbrush, that I was not ruining the areas that I did with my toothbrush, so that I wasn't going straight onto the lace, and I was still being very gentle and making sure that the dye wasn't actually seeping into the lace either. So after knowing that my entire wig was covered, I still made sure to go over areas just to make sure that there was no blondes, and just really saturated the rest of the dye onto the hair. This was the final colour. It was way darker than what I wanted, but this is why I recommend using carnation pink. But either way, it still came out really nice. So the next step for me was to sew in the clips, the comb and elastic band, which I have never done in all my years of wearing a wig. Obviously when I ordered the wig, I asked for full lace, which is exactly what I got, but rather than actually looking at the specification, I just assumed a full lace wig would come with a clips and everything sewn in, but obviously it didn't. So if you are going to order a wig and want everything attached, please get the glueless full lace option and not just the standard full lace. So obviously before attaching the band, I measured it to my own head. I just took it from temple to temple and stretched it as tight as I would want my wig to sit on my head. Didn't do it too tight, but didn't leave it too loose. I would want my wig to be able to fit snugly on my head without worrying that it's going to get snatched off. Obviously it would be for your own personal preference on how you would want it to be tightened and how you would want to attach it to your wig. I did it so that it wasn't too close to the edge of my wig, but it wasn't too far on the inside either. Just kind of so it would sit maybe 2 inches behind my ears. And yeah. So the next was pretty basic, just attaching the clips that you would get from hair extensions, and that was just pretty easy, same concept, and the same with attaching the combs I did at the top. I was very messy when I was sewing this, but I made sure that they could not be seen. And this was the final cap construction really after I sewed for the first time.
I just wanna get fucked up with you.
So that is it guys, this is my Uniwig review. All in all, is Uniwigs worth purchasing and worth taking a look at? 100% yes. Uniwigs are absolutely amazing, and it's not even just the quality of the wig, but the company themselves are so professional and so good, and I'm actually genuinely surprised because I've worked with previous wig companies or were going to work with wig companies, and they were just so rude, so unprofessional, that I did not want to expose those type of people to my followers. I don't want you guys experiencing what I did. With all the process that I did with the combing and the dyeing, my wig held up absolutely amazing. On another note, I wanted to mention that I will hopefully be doing YouTube videos now every Friday, because I want to be a lot more consistent. 2019 is the year that I want to start getting my ass up and doing stuff that I want to do, start reaching them goals. I've got so many YouTube video ideas that I want to put in. So yeah, YouTube videos every Friday. A commitment that I hope I can stick to.